with the 2022 Ford Maverick, and it is a little bit of a windy day, so I'm going to do my best to stay out of the wind here. I can't imagine it's probably the best, but I have the truck for a few days, and I figured it's been a little over a year now since my grandfather purchased this. So, 1 year update time. I'm borrowing it for a few days because I'm currently in between vehicles, and I actually gave it its first wax the other day. I did a little clay bar on it, and I did a little wheel action to it to bring the paint back. Being that it is white, you can see a lot of tar from the road, tree sap, and all that stuff. I got a lot of stuff off the sides here, even though it does have the kind of bulky mud flaps. You know, I'm sure they've helped out one way or another, but that being said, I got the paint looking pretty good again, and it was pretty much starving for a wax. So now that the paint rolls off, you know, it beads real nice. We've had kind of crappy weather these last few days, so the truck isn't what it was the other day, but I'm here anyways for a video, and I'm happy to report the truck has been flawless. It's got about 14,000 miles on it now. It doesn't really get driven a whole lot. As you can tell, it's only got 14,000 miles in, you know, a year and 3 months or whatever it is. So yeah, nothing to report really as far as just like accessories and other things may go with it. It's because it does have the Ford mud flaps like I mentioned. It's got the Ford accessory rain guards as well. Personally, I probably would have held out for some WeatherTechs, but they are doing the job and they work, and they are flush mounted to the truck. Again, I polished those out as well because they were getting kind of swirled from the car washes, but they're holding up pretty nice. Either way, I'm sure, you know, you'll like whatever you pick. It does have the blind spot right there. Again, this is the Lariat. And then another thing it does have is the rock deflector on the hood, which I think looks really cool with the white. It definitely separates it a little bit, and it looks good. Tires. I am not really impressed with these. They're loud. They're choppy. They don't do good in the rain. And for 14,000 miles for Michelin tires, I don't think they're wearing that well. I don't see no more than another 10,000 miles out of these. I mean, that being said, they are. I think they're 225s. I mean, my hand is like as wide as this thing. So I would suggest maybe when these get replaced very soon at some point, probably go to at least a 235, 65 possibly. Yeah, I mean, the truck, it does good for what it is, but it definitely could have a lot better of a ride. And I do know that because the FX4 that I owned recently, it felt a lot better than this on the road. So yeah, that's my minor gripe with the tires, at least that I have noticed since driving this. I really haven't had a lot of seat time in this one until recently now. But as far as like going with other things that have been done to this, it does have the, you know, the Ford soft folding cover. And then there's Maverick letters. You know, it's little filler letters everybody does to their F-150s. Does have the backup camera, of course. Does have the strut as well. And then the bed carpet, the inserted bed carpet with the spray in. As you can see, there is a little bit of a divider right there, so you can prevent things from rolling around. But there it is. No complaints with the truck. He's absolutely loved the thing. But let's go over to the inside. It's going to be very brief. We'll check out the inside and see how it's wearing and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm really glad I got a nice wax on it. The white paint really wasn't holding up too well. So we'll jump over to the inside. Did give it a nice little wipe down for what it was. So here it is all wiped down. There's the driver's seat. Everything's holding up very well. I mean, if it were just vacuumed out and cleaned out, you would think this is probably brand new. This leatherette material, or whatever they call this, it's not even leather. It's kind of a joke. It doesn't breathe good at all. It feels okay, but I'm personally would way rather have the cloth. I don't like the way it breathes. I sweat like crazy on this, and I'm not even a hot person. So, yeah, as far as the cheap seats goes, that's one thing I don't care for. You know, here's the wheel. You know, he's looking pretty good. Just have the B&O audio. and the floor mats. So we'll start it up down here and see what it does. But everything works. It's a good truck. It's a little over 14,000, and it's averaging 30 miles a gallon. I mean, I guess he gets like very good mileage out of this. So no complaints as far as fuel economy goes. I mean, you have 250 turbocharged horsepower, and this thing is quick. I mean, it does move out really nice. No complaints in the engine department. So it does have satellite radio, CarPlay, you know, all your goodies down there, your dual zone, all your modern comforts. But yeah, there it is. You have the manual dimming mirror. Too bad it's not auto. Being that it is a truck, you do get a lot of lights that do come through this mirror. And then this is power. The glass is power, as you can see. I use this pretty much every time I get in the truck. It's too bad, you know, they didn't make this standard on the Maverick. I cannot imagine that power mechanism costing crazy money. One thing I noticed in this Lariat, you get sound deadener under the hood. I really don't think it does nothing. It is a little loud on the inside. You can hear the engine. So it's, you know, it's little things, I guess, little minor gripes I have with it, but it's not terribly intrusive. But little things you may notice. I think it does have the ambient lighting under the driver door handles and down there. Back seat doesn't really get used that I could really imagine. There it is, though. I know it has been oil coated and all that stuff, so it has been sprayed for rust. Being in the northern states, you're gonna have that with this stuff. Let's check under the hood. I hope I'm covering the bases here. I mean, I don't see what I could be missing. It does have hood struts now. He added hood struts to it, so we have hood struts for the Maverick, and they have little Mavericks on them. So under the hood's the 2-liter EcoBoost. There it all is. It looks like got some maintenance stuff over here. So that's cool. It's all well documented. Under the hood, it's very clean still. So yeah, guys, I figured I'd bring you just a quick update, 1-year update on the Maverick. I know these things have been on the road for a while, and there's been plenty of Mavericks with a lot more miles. I saw a Maverick a couple months ago. It had like 70 or 80,000 miles. It was for sale. I was blown away, but you know what? They're out there now, and they're on the road, and they've had some time now. They've had some good seat time with these things. But I don't know if I have any Maverick people left on the channel. I'm trying to avoid the wind noise. I know it's starting to pick up again, but if you guys are still, if there's any stragglers on the channel still, I hope you enjoyed this video and the update. So I personally have one Maverick coming. I have on order. I'm debating or not whether I'm going to keep it this time around. The money to be made on these things really isn't quite there like it used to be, but now that it's just another normal car, I think it's a very good normal car. And so this is where I'll probably pick mine out and enjoy it for what it is. So as usual, guys, hope you enjoyed the video of this Lariat. There'll be more down the road periodically. So as usual, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you all later.